welcome back to Cooking with Gloria. Today I want to share with you a very delicious chayote squash patties that I know you guys are going to love and enjoy. They call them patties, they call them cakes. You know something, this dish really comes out very delicious and of course healthy. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. These are my ingredients. I have oregano, garlic powder, black pepper, garlic cloves, Himalaya salt or the salt you have at home, onion powder, the star, the chayote squash, eggs, tomatoes, chile serrano, half an onion, fresh cheese. I have Los Altos Mexican cheese, Italian breadcrumbs, and vegetable oil. This is everything we need to make this delicious chayote squash cakes. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my veggies. I have half an onion here that I'm going to go ahead and just slice the edge and peel it off completely. Take the first skin off just like that. And now I am ready to go to the sink and rinse everything very well. They say that when you rinse your onion like this, when it's already cut, pre-cut, you know something, when you're slicing it or cutting it, your eyes, you don't cry at all. So here I am completely done with these. Let's go to the working table. And you know something, I'm going to go ahead and reserve my 2 chayote squash right on the side. And to this, I'm going to add my garlic cloves. Let's go to the stove. I have a skillet nice and hot, and I'm going to start putting all the tomatoes, the onion, the garlic cloves, the serrano chili. Of course, you could omit if you don't like spicy food. I have just removed the garlic cloves because you know those are the first ones that cook very easily, and then the serrano chilies. I'm going to go ahead and start removing everything just like this, and now I am ready to put it in the blender. And you know something, I was almost forgetting to add 1 cup of chicken broth to this to make this sauce more delicious and with much more flavor. So let's blend it. It really doesn't take too long. I have my 2 chayotes here, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut them through the center and then cut them one more time because I'm gonna put it in my food processor. Of course, if you don't have this machine, you could do it by hand. But I love using this machine because it really shreds everything the same size. And let me show you. This is a faster step. Look at this. Everything is at the same size. So now I'm going to go ahead and put all my chayote in a strainer and just let it drain until I get all those juices out. But reserve the juice from the chayotes. Do not discard it. Reserve it because we're going to use it in our sauce, tomato sauce. And here I'm going to go ahead and start adding all the spices. And of course, you will have all the ingredients in the description box. I'm adding my eggs, and now I'm ready to incorporate the egg completely into the chayote squash. You want to make sure that everything is incorporated before you add your breadcrumbs, the Italian breadcrumbs. Now this is completely done. Let's go to the stove. I have a pan nice and hot with vegetable oil, and I'm going to be spooning in the little cakes just like that. We're gonna leave them for each side about 2 minutes. No more than that, because you just want them nice and crispy. Make sure that you really, check them, because you don't want them to get burned. You want them just a little brown. And I have ready a plate with some napkins, so that when these are ready, I'm going to take them out, put them in a napkin to take the excessive oil off. They look amazing already. Now I am ready to remove them. I'm going to go ahead and start adding one by one in this plate where I have my napkins. And I am going to continue making the rest of the chayote cakes. I am completely done. I have a little bit of oil there. I'm just adding the onion. And to this, I'm going to go ahead and add the salsa that we made. And of course, I'm not forgetting the juice of the chayote. And let's taste it. This tastes amazing. I have my Mexican oregano here. I'm going to go ahead and add it in here. And I'm going to let it cook for about 4 to 5 minutes in medium-low heat, so that it starts getting nice and thick and the flavors really, marinate together. I have here the queso fresco, Los Altos, and I'm going to cut in little squares just like that, because that's going to be right on the top of the tortitas and the salsa. You guys are really going to love this dish. It's very easy. It has a lot of flavor and it's very nutritional. Look at this. Okay, this is completely done. Let's go to the stove and see how the salsa is doing. By this time, it should be, bubbling everywhere, but yet it got a little thick. Look at this. It reduced just a little bit. And the aroma that it's releasing is just amazing. This salsa really comes out very delicious. Not only for this recipe, for many other things. Now I'm ready to start adding the little cakes. Just like that all over. I want to just put one by one so we don't stack them on top of each other. Once this is done, I'm going to add the little squares of the cheese right on the top. And after you add all the cheese, just let it cook for about 2 minutes, and then this is completely done. Remember that the sauce is still bubbling, and that's exactly how you want to see the sauce bubbling at all time. Okay, now I am ready for the presentation. I can't wait to taste it. See you in a bit. My friends, I am completely done with this delicious chayote squash cakes. You know something? This comes out always perfect and delicious, and of course healthy. I have combined it with the Salvadorian horchata that you already have on my channel. But let me stop talking and let me enjoy this delicious chayote squash cake. Especially with those little pieces of cheese and the onion. Well, this is just perfection. Excuse me. You know something? The chayote is not overcooked. It's al dente, but it's really delicious. When you cook it in this delicious sauce, it really absorbs the sauce and all the delicious flavors. I hope you could give it a try and enjoy it like I enjoy it here at home. Excuse me. This really comes out delicious every time. And with this Salvadorian horchata that you have on my channel already, even perfection. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share my video on social media with your friends, with your relatives, so Cooking with Gloria keeps growing. Don't forget to push that notification bell. And if you did, leave it activated so every time I make a delicious recipe, yes, you are going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I want to say thank you so much for playing this video, for watching it from start to end. I really do appreciate it. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying this delicious chayote squash cake. See you on my next delicious recipe. Bye-bye.